Greetings, everybody. This is a video. I literally just woke up. I didn't wash my face or anything. Yeah, and I just woke up. Um, my rib is killing me. So I'm sitting here at this heating pad. Been having this heating pad on since Saturday. Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Today's Thursday. And I just got up, woke up. Oh, still groggy. But from my nap. I call it a nap. I know I work. Well, if you don't know, I work early morning. We used to call it overnight shift, but with dealing with my chronic illness, which is cancer, which is multiple myeloma, um, I had to adjust my shift. So instead of going in at night, the normal shift is 9 p.m. to 9 a.m. Instead of doing that, I'm not able to do that right now because because of the chronic fatigue and pain with this associated with multiple myeloma that some of us go through. Not all of us, because multiple myeloma is different for everybody. So, I don't like this angle. Excuse my junky room, but this is real life for me. Yeah, I don't like these angles. I look terrible. See how this neck. This one big thing I contend with is this swollen neck. I don't even know why I'm talking about this right now, but as some of you know, I had my surgery in late 2019, and this scar is still remaining from that surgery. The neurosurgeon opened me up from the front, moved my esophagus over, and removed half of the anterior portion of C7 of my cervical spine, and replaced it with some vibranium, titanium. Anyway, yeah. So now, ever since then, I mean, my neck was already getting fat because, let's face it, I'm overweight, right? Which, hey, it is what it is. And, but it was never like, now it just kind of swells up. You can kind of see with fluid. Seems like fluid's in there. It just swells up at will when it wants to, which is most of the time. Sometimes it goes down a little bit, but this is what I have to live with. So, for any of you out there who's suffering, who might have what some people like to jokingly, insensitively, very insensitively joke and call you, or say Michelin tire or whatever. If any of you out there who have to contend with that, or have heard that and it hurt your feelings, because it hurt mine when I heard it, and they wasn't even talking about me. They was talking about somebody else who really had more than actually one role. But regardless, when somebody's dealing with any condition that contributes to their neck swelling up or anything swelling up on them, it's no laughing matter. It's not a joke, you know. It can be very hurtful and very painful, and it's definitely very insensitive. So, if you're out there cracking jokes like that, word of advice from me to you, and you can take it or leave it, is just don't do it. It's not cool. Don't do it. It's hurt. It's very hurtful. It's very hurtful. Because when people are dealing with situations that they have no control over, it's not like, it's just hurtful. It's not like they could do anything about it. But this isn't where I was going today, so I'm not going to get on that tangent. What I will say is, just try to be mindful of how we talk to each other and speak to each other and talk about each other in this day and age. Because in this year, it's June 23rd, 2022 today, but in this year, we lost a lot of people. Forgive me for not combing my hair. Like I said, I just woke up. This is what I look like when I first wake up. I don't think it's the worst thing in the world. Of course, it's not no glamour to it, but it's not the worst thing in the world. Um, but I digress. On that issue, the purpose for this video and the reason I'm shooting it today, no filter, no edits or whatever, is because I was just really inspired by Tabitha Brown. She had a post up, and of course I'm going to jack it up, and it ain't going to be verbatim, but she was like, I don't know who needs to hear this, but start videoing yourself. Start videotaping yourself and she just posted it about an hour ago on today. And it says, "Start videotaping yourself and tell your story," basically. And she was speaking about how she used to do her vegan videos in her kitchen or in her car or whatever the case, and how she did that under uh, subpar conditions, meaning she didn't have the ideal circumstances. She didn't have the camera and the setup. She used her phone on a cut teacup or on a box of noodles or something. And she just did it, and she's grown into this great, huge inspiration. Now, I'm no Tabitha Brown. Boy, I wish I could be her because she is such a great person, man. You could just tell that Tab is the real deal. And, like, she my girlfriend in my head. We friends. We family. We ain't even friends. We family. Tabitha's definitely in my tribe. So, I'm just taking her suggestion and going to document my life more. I stopped doing it. I was doing it. Wasn't very frequently. It wasn't even a weekly thing. It was more at least a monthly thing, though it seemed. I started with this cancer journey back in 2019, late 2019. Y'all know that. And I have a couple of videos out there. They crazy as hell because they all authentic, like this one. But just letting you guys know, I'm focusing now because what I'm doing is when I was diagnosed in late 2019 with multiple myeloma, which is a blood cancer, which is a distant cousin to leukemia. That's the best way I can describe it or explain it. It's a distant cousin to leukemia, but part of the blood cancer family. There's multiple myeloma, leukemia, and the lymphomas. They're all in the same group, all grouped together for all intents and purposes. So I'm learning about multiple myeloma. Still, 3 years later, I'm learning about this disease and this diagnosis. I still don't feel like I've learned a lot in 3 years. It's very confusing. It's a very confusing cancer because it's different for everyone. No, I don't want to say no two people are alike, but I will say no thousand people are alike. I'll say that. How about that? That might be a better grasp of it, but it's so complicated. It's different variations. It's different gene mutations and whatever involved. It's so much to learn. So the purpose for this channel today that I'm starting, well, that I'm continuing, is to help document my journey and trying to learn more, and so that I can leave a legacy somehow and pass along the information that I learned in all my searching and seeking. Right? That's what I want to do. I want my life to have mattered. I don't want my life to be in vain. I want to teach somebody something. I want to encourage somebody. So the scope and goal of my channel is living, or shall I say, let me rephrase it the way I've always said it for me, is I have an incurable blood cancer, multiple myeloma. So my scope and focus is peacefully coexisting with an incurable cancer from a holistic, naturalistic approach with maybe some traditional tendencies, but not really. And I'll elaborate a little bit more on that. In that, when I was diagnosed, the doctors all wanted to, their plan was aggressive chemo and aggressive radiation right off the rip. That's what they wanted to do. But God spoke to me when I was diagnosed inside. He didn't come sit down and have a conversation with me, but God spoke to me and just told me that wasn't my path. That He, I don't want to say it would cure me, but somehow He just told me He was in control and He got this. And really, I didn't need to worry about it, even though I was worried initially, if like anybody would be when diagnosed with anything incurable that's known to kill you, right? So, yeah. So God just spoke to me and said, "Nah, I got this." Basically, He said, "That's not your path." So, knowing what I know, which isn't a whole lot, but knowing how about what I see about chemo and radiation, I'm not knocking it for everybody because it does work for some cancers and some people. I think, like prostate cancer, if you catch it early and do chemo or whatever, it works, right? Uh, pancreatic cancer, a very aggressive cancer. I think if I had that, I might have to consider traditional chemo and radiation. I can't call it treatment. I really can't. I have to call it chemo and radiation what it is. I don't see I don't know. It's just an oxymoron. Moron for me to say use these things that kill so many cells as treatment. I don't know. Nevertheless, I digress. So I'm making this channel or updating this channel more so to share my journey with you guys. Somebody somewhere is going to want to see it. And another thing, I'm probably not supposed to put this out yet. Nah, I'm going to save this news. But I'm going to say I got some very important news yesterday, June 22nd, 2022. Some very life changing news that I'm going to keep it a secret, or I'm not a secret. Y'all know I don't really keep secrets, but I'm choosing not to share it yet till I get official permission to share it. Let me say that. But I received some news, some good news. Yeah, some great news for me. Great news for me, I guess. It's life altering news though, and based on that information, I definitely want to leave behind my legacy and let those who don't get to know me personally, for whatever reason, get to know me from these videos. Boy, I'm gonna have to step this up though, because y'all are gonna be clowning on me, and I don't need that. I don't care. If I make you laugh, if I make you smile, whatever, even if you're clowning on me, then go ahead and laugh and smile and joke and whatever, because on the real, we living in some real tough times, and I know I laugh any chance I get. Anything that makes me laugh, I take the opportunity to laugh and laugh out loud. So if I make you laugh, go ahead and laugh. I don't care. I care. Don't hurt my feelings. Y'all don't have to hurt my feelings. We can be human, but go ahead and laugh. I'll give you that. Anyway, I want these videos to be short and under 15 minutes, hopefully, because I know most of you guys don't have this long attention span. So I'm going to cut this one off, but I'm just say look for me, look for my channel. Please subscribe to Donna Shaw. Watch my videos, like them. Send me love. Please don't tear me down. Please, if there's any trolls out there, I don't need your negative naysayer comments. If you don't agree with something I say, guess what? It's okay. We can agree to disagree. I really prefer that you keep the negative comments to yourself. I know somebody's not going to listen because this is just the world we live in, but keep your negative comments to yourself. If you have something constructive to share, or if you just want to enlighten me about something I may be incorrect about, please feel free to do that. But look, y'all see my hair done went gray. My hair has gone officially gray, and I let it. Guess what? Because I'm sick of trying. I don't have to be 50 is the new 40, or 50 is the new 30. I don't have to be that. But guess what? I'm coming up on 53 this year in August. All my Leos in the house. Ooh, 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 what's up? But I'm coming up on 53 August 21st, and I burned all of this gray hair. I'm happy I have hair. How about that? Because if y'all saw me before, my hair had thinned out. That's why I gave the big chop initially. And I colored it red, and I did all these colors, and it was great while it lasted, but I'm just sick of artificial stuff. I don't want no inks, dyes, or perfumes right now in my life. So here I am, just generic old me. No frills, no makeup, no filters, whatever, me. Now, that don't mean I won't wear makeup from time to time. Y'all know when I want to, I could go get my Beyonce on all day. Because when you have a palette like this to start with, you got to encourage yourself. When you have a palette like this, hair and makeup only accentuates everything. So yeah, I can get my close to Beyonce on. Nobody could be B. B is B. I mean, she got it going on. But I can come real close for a 53-year-old lady. Peacefully coexisting with cancer. So, yeah, that's it. I hope you guys follow and help me build what I want to leave behind. Something to help somebody else, the real, the raw, naturalistic, holistic approach. And I give myself permission to change my mind. We're at 15 minutes now. I'm going to end. But I give myself permission, most importantly, to change my mind anytime I want to. So there are no absolutes here, okay? Because we're learning about multiple myeloma from my perspective, um, having being diagnosed at 50 years old with this debilitating disease, okay? I'll tell you more about it as we go on, but you'll get some good things to see because I have another PET scan, about the schedule. So I'll do as much as I can as they allow me. They ain't gonna let me fully go on with the camera on because people so scared about liability and then want nothing, on film or whatever. But this is my life, and I'm gonna document as much as I can to my ability. I think the only rule is one of us know what we're taping, right? That's me. I don't know. But anyway, let's hope I can do this the way I want to do this without landing in too much hot water. I love you guys. I'm going to say peace as I always am. Peace. And I have a catchphrase that I invented. I think I invented it anyway. I just sat here and thought of it tonight. So I'm going to trademark my catchphrase and then I'll start using it. Or whatever I need to do, register a patent, whatever. I'm not putting a patent on it, but coming up on 17 minutes, time for me to end. I love you guys, and I'll talk to you again soon. I'll look a little better next time I speak to you because I'll be in a shower and did my hair, hopefully.